Are you having a creative block? You really want to grow your social media but you don't know where to start? I got you. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Tita and welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the notifications so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video and you don't miss out on any useful information. I'm a 23-year-old creative that focuses on social media and content creation, and I'm here to share my knowledge and my journey with you guys. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can easily come up with more than 100 posts. We will build a grid together so we can work as a kind of a recipe for you. But first, let's have some concepts, notions in mind. Consistency is the key. This is the truth. More is important to be more consistent. Platforms are pushing the creators that spend the most time and engage on their social media. You don't have to always upload outstanding content. You just have to be creating more often. Not only because the more you post, the better you actually will become at it because you develop some skills, but you will also start to develop a relationship with your followers, bring more value to their lives. So you develop the routine and a level of discipline that may impact other segments of your life. The quality will always be subjective to one another, so you better focus now on quantity and then try to ally that with the quality. So now you may be asking yourselves, yes, I want to post a lot, but where do I get the inspo? There are a lot of sources of inspiration, let's face it, but I did a whole video about how do I get inspired to create content. I'll just leave it linked, I don't know where it is, but my main sources of inspo are Pinterest, of course, that's like my #1 baby. Then you have Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Here, just see what other creators are doing and think about if it makes sense for you and your values. There are other websites where you can search for inspo, but I recommend Design Inspiration and 𝒍𝒆𝒕'𝒔. You can take a look at a more produced content and try to take it as an inspo for your own. Although, if the question is, what can I post? Let me help you with your content strategy. This would be something that I would do with my clients. Of course, in a deeper level, I would see their values, goals, analyze their social media that they have already, if they have, their communication, marketing strategies, everything around. But I will go with you through a recipe that you can easily adapt to your social media. The first thing that you have to do is to set some goals. Either you want more followers ASAP, or you just want to grow your engagement, or you want to monetize the social media platform. You can have more than one goal, and these goals can change in the future if needed, but just have in mind that according to your goals, your content strategy will change as well. For content, you have 4 categories where you can focus your production on. First of all, you have inspiring and personal content, then you have educational, then entertaining, and the fourth, which is the promotional content. These plus the goals that you previously choose are going to be the ingredients for your content strategy and therefore your post. So stick with me. Let's pretend you're a micro nano influencer or a small business. You may focus first on getting more followers and more engagement, which will mean you'll be focusing your content on giving you the social proof that you need and improving your brand's reputation. For these, you'll have to produce content with the virality factor in mind and also content that adds value to your community, which means the second and the third category. By the way, if you want me to do a video all about how to distribute this content throughout your Instagram feed, for instance, just comment down below and I'll definitely do that. Also, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any useful information and updated whenever a video is up. So back to the strategy. On the other hand, if you are, let's say, a creator between the 20k and the 50k followers, you may focus now more on giving your personal side and getting those sponsorships, since you already have the social proof that I previously mentioned. But just don't forget to keep adding value to your community so they will stick by your side. Here you will distribute more evenly the content categories that I previously mentioned throughout your feed. So the big question of this video is, how can I create more than 100 posts so easily? I got you. Now, having your strategy, you can see on which type of content you should be focusing on, and now you can have some ideas within those categories. For example, let's take inspiration/personal content. Here you can post things such as motivational and inspiring photos, videos. This will just make your following feel closer to you. You can also share some fun facts and stories either about you or your business. You can also use this category of content to make people shift their mindsets. You can also share something very relatable that not only makes your audience to feel close to you, but also feels like you are very approachable. On the educational content, since here the goal is to add value to the community, you can post things such as calling out mistakes that people do. For instance, if I'm talking about YouTube, I would write something as the 5 top mistakes that people are doing while using YouTube. 1, for example, not subscribing to this channel. 2nd, not activate notifications. Something like that. and the list goes on. You can also address some myths within your industry. Also, you can give some tips, adding the hooks such as how to do something, top hacks about da-da-da-da, or here are some tips you might need. Then you can also share some secrets with your community about an industry that people might not know. Just keep things spicy. To have more ideas of what to post, of what people are asking themselves, I just suggest you to spend a lot of time on social media to understand not only the content that people are producing, but also the questions that are emerging with the type of content. Maybe you'll try to get a comment that asks something to produce your content because it's something related to your industry. So just try to see what people are really asking and demanding for your own industry to produce or answer. You can also use the platform 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒄 to get some more ideas. Here you need to think about what problem are you helping your community to solve, and you can even create a step-by-step list, for instance. So on the entertaining category, try to see what trends are emerging and hop on those the earliest you can so the audience is still not annoyed. And try to do something with it. Try to do your own take on the trend, for instance. So with this type of content, you may share your products, your routine, something that defines you, or you can even do some challenges aligning it to the trends. Just make sure that this type of content is either related to your community, very emotional, useful, or just very, very funny. Because one goal with this content is to have more and more shares. That will bring you the most engagement. One thing that you can also do within this type of content is to create some content related to festivities or international days of something. On the promoting content that is more sales oriented, you can either promote directly a product, you can announce sales or discounts, and you can also address some testimonials. This is important not only to give you the social proof that we previously mentioned, but it's just a way that people can just rely on your product and on your service. So now that you know what type of content you can create within those 4 pillars, you can now create the grid that will help you to visually see the content you can create. On the horizontal, the first line, you'll just write every single topic that you talk within your social media. On the vertical, the first row, you add all the content categories that we previously mentioned, and it should look something like this. I will use my own social media manager account on Instagram, which is 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒄, just as an example to build the grid so you can see what I'm doing, but you can and should adapt to your niche or accounts that you have. So on the first line, I'll just write the topics that I talk about usually. So on my social media manager's account, we talk about Instagram specifically, YouTube specifically, TikTok specifically, but we also talk about content creation, social media as a whole, and also design. Those are going to be the subjects that I would focus on, and then I'll just go throughout the pillars and see what type of content I can do. Just by doing this, I came up with 66 different posts. You may have more depending the more topics you talk about, or by adding some more things you want to talk about within the 4 content categories. After doing this grid, I would then cross 2 topics and write down an idea. For instance, I would pick content creation and tips how-tos. Post idea could be something such as tips on how to do batch creating. But as you can tell, for example, you can give 5 hacks about a topic and then give other 5 hacks about the same topic. So the content options here are really endless. And talking about batch creating, this is a hack that I have for you guys so you can produce the more content that you can. If you can, I would recommend you to just use 1 to 3 hours to film as much content as you can, because that way you can relieve your mind and also your schedule throughout the week. I'll do a video all about batch creating in the near future so I can go into more detail about this subject and truly help you. So having all the content planned out, you can also repurpose the content to other social media or other types of content. So for example, I film a YouTube video. Here I can easily adapt the script to a blog post or some Twitter threads, but I can also extract the audio to a podcast episode, for instance, or I can either take snips of the video and make some reels, TikToks, and shorts. So as you can see, just by filming 1 YouTube video, I created 10 or more different types of content. You'll also have to be smart on the ways that you waste your time, money, effort. So try to repurpose the more content you can, and that's more content for you. If you want to know more about some pros and cons of each social media, you can check out these videos. It will not only help you to decide on which platform you should be investing your time, but also money and effort. So the last thing that I would like for you guys to take from this video is that you should take into consideration the grid, for example, of your Instagram and the content strategy that we've previously mentioned in order to plan your content. For me, this really helped me to see what type of content that I have to create. Since I use the tile grid, I know I have to post a photo slash graphics, then a reels, then another photo slash graphics, then a reels, and so on and so forth, helping me to decide which topic of content I should or I would like to approach on each post. So after having everything thought out, I would go on Notion and plan all my content. These I previously mentioned and show you on my last video. After having everything that I tried to condense on this video in mind, I bet you have more than 100 posts to share with your community. I really recommend using this grid that a lot of creators and social media managers use just to take the most advantage out of your platform. This will save you from a mental breakdown and also some time, money, and effort. But yeah, I guess that was everything that I had for you today. I know it was a lot, but if you have any questions, just comment down below. Also, if you want to know more about how I use Notion to plan all my content, make sure to tune on this video next. I wish you the best of luck on your digital journey. So comment down below some more ideas or topics or subjects that you'd like me to approach on future videos. And yeah, I really hope you guys like this one. Welcome to the family if you have subscribed already, and I shall see you next week. Bye! Stay creative and stay happy.